Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great week. I hope your work is going on well, and I hope you're well at this moment. Thank you for joining back to watch the video. And as you know, I do have some interesting update for this one, and it's only 10 days, away from our first game against South Africa in the World Cup qualifying games. And all momentum has been gathering towards that one. Coach Finidi and his team obviously preparing really hard, for that game. Of course, I mentioned in the last video that the camp is going to be held, or is going to be opened this weekend, so that the boys can start coming into the camp, for that one. And it's no longer going to be in Abuja, because NFF has now decided to shift it to the city where the match will be played, which is Uyo, because the match is going to be played in Goalkeeper Pablo Stadium. And some more refreshing updates are coming out right now from Coach Finidi, who has now talked about how impressive one of his assistant coaches has been, the match analyst by the name Mehmet Ostok. He's actually one of the 5 assistant coaches made available for Finidi by the NFF. Finidi himself actually selected these guys, so it wasn't like he was imposed on him. Finidi has now, said how impressed he has been with Mehmet Okstok's experience in analyzing matches, analyzing videos of opponents. Why he's now said this because the man actually analyzed the South African game. And Finidi said that he feels very impressed in the way that Mehmet, actually analyzed the weak points, weak links, and downsides in this South African team that enabled him, being the coach, and the rest of his assistants to actually understand how best to approach the match. Because of the way that this match analyst has been able to expose or make them understand the weaknesses of this South African side. This is definitely a good news, because it's when you know the weakness of a team, that's when you're able to fully exploit that team. But shifting focus away from Coach Finidi and his technical crew, there's also some important update coming out from the boys themselves who were invited, and especially from the likes of the new invitee who's on course to make his first international cap or appearance for Nigerian Super Eagles. And I'm talking of no one than Ismail, the Remo Stars, the defender who plays as a 2 for the club. I express his joy for being invited into the Nigerian Super Eagles team. And the young man is saying that he's going to take advantage of this situation to give his all for the team, because he knows what this means to Nigerians, that we perform really strongly in this World Cup qualifying games. Sadiq actually went on to thank everyone, thank Nigerian, the NFF, Coach Finidi and his crew for believing in him, that he could actually make a difference, which is why they invited him. And this man is really talented. The last time I talked about him, when I introduced him in the last video, I said that he had 12 assists, already from 30 games. And over the weekend, he had another assist, with Remo Stars, as they sadly lost against Kwara United away. But he was the guy that brought an assist for one of their 2 goals, which is incredibly very impressive, and it shows that this guy is indeed the Rhys James of Nigeria, because he's so consistent with providing assists for his team. And I'm just really excited to see him play. Hopefully he gets the chance to show himself, show his skill, and also provide his assist for our goals. But aside from him as well, Osi&Okoye is also in the updates, and in a similar way, he's also been very appreciative of the fact that he has returned back to the team. Of course, Maduka obviously fought for this. He fought for the rights to actually be included into the team after having a disastrous campaign with the Nigerian Super Eagles in 2021 AFCON. Okoye says it's such a great honor, to be back with the Nigerian Super Eagles, and he said that it's something of a joy for him and his family, for him to return back to the national team, and that he's really focused on embracing the opportunity and grabbing it with both hands, and performed at the top of his game when he scored into action for that game. Of course, there's no question, regarding Maduka Okoye's form in the last couple of months, but there's still definitely a sort of a big decision for Finidi to make here, given the fact that Stanley Nwabali has already proved himself as the first choice going forward. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see who makes the lineup for this game against South Africa. But again, Maduka Okoye, anytime, any day, has proved that he deserves to be in that team, and rightfully so. He is in that team. But aside from heaping praise on one of his assistants being the video analyst, Finidi also moved forward to talk about the tactics formation that Nigerians should expect in these qualifying games, starting with South Africa on the 7th of June. Finidi hinted that we might not get to see Nigerian Spikers play in a defensive style that they actually played in the African Cup of Nations under Jose Peseiro. Finidi talks about the fact that Nigeria is so talented in attacking areas, so much that they cannot risk or afford to play a defensive game, because it's going to be contrary to their strength. It's going to be against the strength of the team. Finidi talks about the fact that is bound to change this time, because he wants to bring the natural wingers into the game, as well as concentrate more on balancing the defense, possibly in a 4-4-2 formation or 4-3-3 formation. This is the hint that Finidi is actually giving off right now as the formation that we should expect for that game. But aside from that, guys, Osimhen is also in the news, and right now the speculation is that Osimhen may have said his goodbye to the Napoli fans after their weekend's game against Leeds, which was their final fixture of the season. And sadly enough, Napoli will not qualify for the European competition next season. But again, it was already decided that Osimhen was going to leave, at the end of the season, with several clubs obviously showing interest in him: Chelsea, Arsenal, PSG, Liverpool, and the likes. But it's going to be interesting to see how he transfers into another big club. But that's the update, guys. Thanks for watching this one. Don't forget to like and share the video, react to any of the stories that you like, and take care of yourselves, guys. Stay tuned to the channel till I catch you in my next video.